Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Primetime Gaming. We are back with another roster prediction video for Friday, June 23rd. Before we get into it, guys, unfortunately I didn't make a video for the one 2 weeks ago, and there wasn't last one, so I'm sorry there hasn't been too many videos out. I'm going to try and get some more content out for you guys, hopefully some gameplays in the future, but we're definitely going to stick with roster predictions, and let's start it out this week. So for the Orioles, we got Trey Mancini. He's hitting .305 with 12 home runs and a .371 BABIP. Definitely give him some contact and some power upgrades. I think you can get a pretty hefty upgrade to a 75 overall. Next up for the Red Sox, we got Rick Porcello. Unfortunately, the AL Cy Young Award winner has not been producing nearly as well as he was last year. He has a 5.05 ERA and a 1.53 WHIP. Got to give him some downgrades in the hits per nine. Just downgrade him overall. I think he goes down to an 82 overall. Now for the Yankees, we got Aaron Judge. This man is not letting up. He is absolutely a monster. He is hitting .333 with 24 home runs and a crazy .371 ISO. Definitely give him some contact upgrades. The .333 average is extremely high, and I think he might even deserve a slight power upgrade. I know his power stats are really good, but maybe a slight upgrade there also. Now for the Rays, we got Evan Longoria. So far this year, he's hitting .249 with only a .198 average versus lefties. So I think we could definitely see him getting that downgrade from 79. I think he could go down to an 85 overall. Not quite silver, but right on the brink. Now for the Blue Jays, we got Kevin Pillar. He just recently got upgraded, but after that, he just went on a big cold streak. He was hitting about 300. Now it's down to about 246, so you got to take back some of those contact stats. I think he goes back down to that 81 overall. Now for the White Sox, we got Avisail Garcia. He has been outstanding, continuing his incredible form with a .339 average and 11 home runs. Give him another upgrade. Got to upgrade that contact versus right and a bit of power versus right. I think he goes up to an 84 overall. Now for the Indians, we got Jose Ramirez. He's been on fire lately. He's hitting .320 with 11 home runs, and he's hitting .307 versus lefties. That's where I think he could get a little bit of the upgrade, as well as some power upgrades. So I think he could go up to an 88 overall. Now for the Tigers, we got Shane Green. This reliever has been outstanding. He has a 1.64 ERA, a 1.06 WHIP, and he's striking out 27.4% of the batters he faces. So definitely upgrade his hits per nine, Ks per nine. I think it goes up to a 74 overall. Now for the Royals, we got Jason Vargas. This man came out of nowhere. He's still producing so far this year. 2.27 ERA and a 1.13 WHIP. Definitely deserves an upgrade after the first one he got. Definitely upgrade the hits per nine. I think he could go up to an 83 overall. Now for the Twins, we got Miguel Sano. This has been a really good year for him. People were kind of waiting for this kind of year for him, and he's finally producing. So he has a .290 average with 17 home runs. So I think he could upgrade the contact stats slightly, and the power stats could go up. I think the fielding stats could go up also for him because he's been a decent fielder at third base as well. So I think he goes up to an 87 overall. Now for the Angels, we got Eric Young Jr. He has just small sample size, but in that small sample, he has been outstanding for the Angels with a .303 average and a .485 slugging. Definitely give him some contact and some power upgrades. I think he goes up to a 77 overall. Now for the Athletics, we have Ryan Healy. He could be one of the next great power hitters in this game, honestly. I think he is that good. So far this year, he's hitting .278 with 17 home runs. He's looking phenomenal. I think he deserves an upgrade to a silver, 81 overall. Let's get him there, San Diego Studios. Now for the Mariners, we got Ben Gamel. he's been really good, hitting 351. Not much power, but the contact has been phenomenal. The 464 BABIP as well. Give him some contact upgrades. I say he goes up to a 75 overall. Now for the Rangers, we got a downgrade from Mike Napoli. Age has been kind of hurting him. He's only hitting 198 with a 31.8% strikeout rate. So I think you got to downgrade that contact versus left, and he goes down to a 70 overall. Now for the Astros, we got Brad Peacock. He has been an elite strikeout pitcher for starting pitchers. He has a 2.82 ERA. Like I said, he's striking out 35.7% of batters faced as a starter, which is phenomenal. So definitely upgrade the Ks per 9 and definitely upgrade the hits per 9. I think he goes up to a 78 overall. Now for the Braves, we got Tyler Flowers. They just don't want to upgrade him for some reason. I don't know why, but I think he's well due for an upgrade. He's hitting 327 with a 402 BABIP. Give him some contact upgrades. The power hasn't been there really, but the contact has been phenomenal for a catcher. So I think he goes up to an 80 overall. Now for the Marlins, Marcell Ozuna has not slowed down. This has been a real breakout year for him. So far, he's hitting 326 with 19 home runs and a 585 slugging. Definitely making his case for why he should be in the All-Star game. I think he goes up to an 88 overall. Now for the Nationals, we got Joe Ross. This hasn't been his year for him. He has a 5.98 ERA and a 1.55 WHIP. So I'm giving him some downgrades across the board. Hits per 9, walks per 9. I think it goes down to a 78 overall. Now for the Mets, we got Jerry Blevins. He has been an elite relief pitcher this year with a 2.25 ERA, a 1 WHIP, and he's striking out 37.9% of batters faced. So give him that upgrade in hits per 9 and Ks per 9. I think it goes up to an 87 overall. Now for the Phillies, we got Pat Neshek. This man has been phenomenal. A 0.64 ERA and a 0.79 WHIP. Got to upgrade the hits per 9 and walks per 9 a little bit. I know they're really high, but he has been outstanding. I think he goes up to a gold and an 85 overall. Now for the Cubs, we got John Lackey. He has been struggling with a 4.98 ERA and a 1.34 WHIP. Give him some downgrades across the board. I think it goes down to a 78 overall. Now for the Reds, we got Adam Duvall. His power numbers have always been there, but now he's starting to get a little bit of an average to him as well. He's hitting 277, so give him some contact upgrades, and I think he could go gold up to an 86 overall. Now for the Brewers, we have got Jimmy Nelson. They recently upgraded Chase Anderson. I think the other starter that deserves an upgrade is Jimmy Nelson. He's a 3.28 ERA, and he's striking out 9 batters per 9. So give him some upgrades in Ks per 9 and hits per 9. I think it goes up to an 80 overall, right there with Chase Anderson. Now for the Pirates, we got Andrew McCutchen. Looks like he's regained his form. He has been on fire as of late. He's got his average up to 268 with 14 home runs. So give him a little bit of a contact upgrade versus righties and some power versus righties. I think he goes back up to gold, right back where he started at an 85 overall. Now for the Cardinals, we got Carlos Martinez. He, after struggling a little bit at the beginning of the year, he has been lights out with a 2.86 ERA and a 1.05 WHIP. Give him some hits per 9 and some Ks per 9. I think he goes up to a gold. I think he'll go up to an 86 overall. Now for the Diamondbacks, we got David Peralta. A lot of people like to use him in the game with his gold card. I think he deserves an upgrade. He's hitting 321 with a 359 BABIP. So give him some contact upgrades. A little bit of power. He is hitting for a tad bit of power, but not too much. But I think he goes up to a 78 overall. Now for the Rockies, we got Jeff Hoffman. The rookie has been phenomenal this year with a 2.25 ERA and a 0.94 WHIP. Especially pitching in Coors Field, that is outstanding. So give him that hits per 9 and that Ks per 9. Give him some walks per 9 as well. I think he gets a solid upgrade to 79 overall. Now for the Dodgers, we got Cody Bellinger. This man has been a revelation in baseball since he's got called up. He's hitting .270 with an insane 22 home runs. I mean, he broke the record for the quickest amount of time it took to hit, or the most home runs hit in 51 games. So he deserves a big power upgrade. I think he goes up to an 80 overall. Now for the Padres, we got someone flying a bit under the radar, but he has been phenomenal for them. Jose Perella, he's hitting .351 with a .596 slugging percentage. He definitely deserves some pretty hefty contact upgrades. I mean, he's got like a ton of multi-hit games since being called up. I think he goes up to a 72 overall. Gets a pretty heavy upgrade, and I think you could invest in him and make some pretty solid stubs if he keeps this up. Now for the Giants, we got Brandon Belt. Not been his year so far. He's only hitting .223, only a 195 ISO as well. Give him some contact downgrades as well as a little bit of power downgrades. I think it goes down to an 81 overall. So that'll wrap up the video, guys. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I'm out.